All right, I'm back with this app, right? In the settings. Now, so far, I've been changing settings, but they're not changing. They're not staying, or they don't want to, right? When you plug in the computer, you can go backwards and forwards in files 1 second flat. You do changes, and then you go confirm the changes and make the change happen after you do it. It allows you to do things without it automatically doing it. Where this one wants to automatically do things. I've been looking up some of the code names, and in a lot of these settings, so the cool thing from the old one to this one is you got a cooler picture and stuff, and you can use it off your phone, which you don't really need to because these devices you only need to hack into every now and then, so you don't really need an app. It'll only end up favouring bad guys, right? This is what I'd say to a business in this field with this machine. And I go, technically, what you're doing is you're only favouring the bad guys and probably business holders and the ones like John Deere that has to come and repair everyone's tractors, and they can actually make the malfunction happen by hacking into it. You wouldn't even know, right? And to avoid all this in my country, I'd go, I wouldn't want it in that place, right? We're pretty independent. We used to have an old culture called Tough Aussies, and I want to keep that because we're getting a new culture now called Pussy Lazy Aussies that can't stand up for nothing and want to get everyone to do shit for them, or now whinging about inflation and all the rest. You know what I mean, people? It just goes on and on and on. But the old one, you plug in, and it'll tell you things basic so you don't have to be a rocket science. So if you look up these things, the code names, you don't know what that means. A normal fella like me, we're the ones buying these equipment, right, and where they sell it. These other equipments that you can buy, big companies buy these other things that you won't have to see the regular guy buy, really, because big companies buy them in big bulk and stuff like that. As I've noticed, you've got this from this company and you can't go buy it, right? They have their own little contracts mainly in that area. So they have their pick and we have our picks. And these are our picks. And so when you look at these and you go, what's that for the regular folk? And you know a bit, you know how to, change battery, you know what power is, you're an adult, normal folk, and you've been educated in certain fields and in college and stuff when it comes to basic stuff. So you can understand with that battery cut-off voltage, right? That means it's going to cut off the voltage at a certain voltage level, and then it'll go up and down in the numbers that you know, right? You go, that's pretty basic. That's what the old settings used to be like in the old inverter, right? Pretty basic things to tell you what's going on. But now this one has all these extra features. You can change this. You're going to know your battery, how strong your battery is, and all these things, which the other one sort of did a little bit, but didn't have as much. And it had other automatic features where this one wants you to do all these things, right? So you got to become like a rocket scientist in that field, right? It's not for the average folk, which I like to talk about, which I'd say to these companies when they go to make their apps. But these days it is like, it works, cool, yep. It's easy in my head just to go, yep, that's good, and that's my job done, right? To the one that made this app. And we just move on. Then the wind's too much. I've noticed that happens in a lot of the fields. But so I'm going to change some settings. And the worst thing about it, when you finally get there and you can do some research on some things, and it doesn't hurt to do a little, but when you have a whole bunch of crap where you need to research all this crap, when this stuff's already meant to be made, and these systems, because they're cool, right, to be automatic, like picking an automatic disco mode on the amplifier instead of doing the old style of that. That's what this wants. So what would be cool if you had to put up with all this bullshit means extra costs of the internet. You've got to have all these things available so you can just use the machine where you won't even be able to get machines without all these things available. So if you're out in the bush, whoop, whoop, Emma, you might not be able to get it, right? Or get these features, a lot of these when you leave home. You won't need all that crap when you're out and whoop, whoop, right? And if you're not out and whoop, whoop, who needs all this in whoop, whoop, in the cities and that, right? So let's move on to the next thing that I want to talk about. Just a quick run off in my head. I don't practice your shit. There's too much crap in life to worry about to practice when people just fucking steal it that easy like that anyway, because we live in a world of thievery. I can do better than you. Anything you can do, I can do better. I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it for me. Now, it loads up. And see what it did there? Didn't even want to load up something sometimes. It malfunctions. So I'm just going to go back and make sure. It's going to load it all up. You got to wait for this shit. Now the computer was plug in. Unless your computer malfunctions, dies and turns off. But now it's Wi-Fi. And it's like, no. Wait for everything to load up. Got to check it. Has diagnosis and all this kind of crap. And they say everything's cool. Well, then I'm going, why is it not charging properly and doing this? When we did a diagnose on it, didn't we? And it said it was all cool. Yeah. Cool for what? Right? It's going to keep doing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and change. So that's where it'll charge up to. It'll do a full charge when it does one, when it gets low. That's what that means. And this one here is a floating charge to keep it at. And it won't want to do it. Right? Now, what was I talking about before I got this device, Emma, about what I wanted to change and why I needed to get the Wi-Fi to change? Was to change the battery so I can charge it more, wasn't it? Was one of can't even do it. $80 later, extra, if you didn't have this Wi-Fi device, the old ones was just connected, part of it, holes. They didn't tell you about charging extra or needing there. Huh? It was just there. Now they take it away, tell you need Wi-Fi. It's like the game machines, people. All it is business. This religion is getting powerfuler and powerfuler until you're all screwed and in your spot and these other people are the king. That's their religion. And they're getting powerful. Right? Can't even change this shit. Where the old one, no worries, it would have changed it. Right? And this one won't change now because it's easy hackable. Now it's Wi-Fi, they can hack it. Now I'm not saying it's been hacked, but I'm saying it could have. I haven't got the proof that it didn't. But I've got the proof of what I wanted to get and what I've been recording lately, and I get the opposite, don't I, Emma? Mm-hmm. I hear these people that like to chat about me a lot. Have you seen some of their recordings? I've got to pre-record it because things can just appear. About these things, about attacks, about making sure that everything's opposite, hacking. So if you're going to have hacking, could you get these stories, Emma? Good. Exactly right. That's why soon I'm just going to leave things. I'm pretty much already starting to leave things already because I believe in this area, this place is cursed. For me, at least. Everything won't work. It's opposite kind of thing. Isn't that sad? Imagine having that life. Have you ever heard the other clip that I've already talked about imagine going through this? Imagine that shit. Would you have killed yourself already? Because the people that talk in these other stories that like to ignore me were already hoping that they were. You know what I mean? And that's why they keep sending these demons to try to get an outcome. Shocking, eh? And while they tamper with my shit, they try to get you to believe other people that you're tampering with their shit. Fucking amazing, eh? Now, you can record all you want. They'll still propaganda what they believe because they believe that they're going to take or you're never going to show what you've got because they can use their friends that protect them. Sad. I believe, and with God, that you all deserve the outcomes that come to you in the end. I don't. Typically, you're not meant to as certain individuals that will cop it first, but in the end, your history shows what you deserve. You're going to find out that you've done a lot of building, a lot of shit, just in the end, for more shit. Is things getting better for people to connect and play or more costly and we're losing information and things to do, Emma?
More costly
and losing, yeah. Fucking great path, everyone. Thumbs up for you. Thumbs up for you, Albanese. Go have a sneezy. I do a lot of that. Thumbs up. Fucking no fucking way from me. But your people do. Because you're there, aren't you? Your religion. Thumbs up. So once again, what can I do about it? Except go back to my old system. It'll probably go down. You wait. What's this? No, it won't do anything. They've locked it at 54. Remember when I told you when I got it, it only went to 52, but then it decided to go to 54 after I gave them a charge, Emma? Got it on record. Now, I've got this device, and it only goes to 54. And when I fully charged them, it started up where it should have been, 56 and all that, right? But it went down and only charged to 54 and keeps them there. And so my other one, this one charges to 54, but when I hook my other one up, I can get it to charge more. That's what I can still do. And I've got to do it through solar because it won't take house power or give me house power. Right? So this thing kicks in, charges at 4 o'clock to 54. That's what I've got it on at the moment. Right? And then, boy, it's starting to dive down real quick to solar from 500 odd. I give that and I whack it in the battery to give it that extra little boost from the old system. Because this system, to me, is a waste of fucking money. And I wouldn't buy it. So I'm giving you my opinion a little early. I'm going to give you a bit more of my opinion with this research. I've got to find a tester because I believe it's throwing out power where it's meant to be sucking power at the solar end. Because it's not my solar panels. One system says things are fine, and it usually always was. I had an issue when I talked about when it comes to certain areas. And I also chucked in a few extra bonus stuff to see what would happen with some extra fans out there to see who's on whose side. Because I know what I'm talking about and what righteous side I'm trying to be on. But all I see is the devil righteous side outside having a fit at me, and it's pissing me off. So I want to get out of this bubble. You know what I mean, people? It's fucking a sad bubble to be in, eh, guys? In fact, I'd rather not have to... if you've done that all the time, I'd rather go, shit, not even want technology. You know how the devil wins too in the end? If it wants certain outcomes? First, it's like Australia. Australia's good at it. They go, this is all the best, all the best. And then they go, no, it's not, no, it's not. That's sad, isn't it? Like they say, go green. All that would work good. This technology would be great if it worked. Now they're saying things shut down and this and that. Well, maybe because they got this dodgy shit. Is it because they're buying it from China? Perhaps if we want to go so big, we shouldn't have relied on a country to make our stuff that we're relying on. Haven't I talked about that before? And that we should be making our own solar shit now. And if we can't make it cheaper than them, we should have been thinking about getting product from them. Perhaps we should sue them, send them a bill about massively that we failed because massively in the end their shit was dodgy. Right? This is stuff that leaders and that should be sorting out. But they're too busy having selfies and going on holidays saying that they're promoting and shit. Pretty easy excuses to get away with doing other things. You can do it all day long. As soon as Albanese got his 4 years, he did what he did the first time. Now we can go on holidays. It's near the end, so we've got to fight and scream. And it's not about the people, it's about my little team here. Right? Because they're the only ones that can get in. It takes too many years for the people to get somewhere. And then we've got this team that stops the good people from even getting into the politician team area. You know what I mean? That's what I've noticed. They block it and blackmail you and, you know, they talk. They've even got clips of cartoon clips that their own parties play. That they play about each other. That, you know, Pauline Hanson shows that. Shocking, isn't it? But anyway, let's continue. It's like the battery setting. Let's go back to the battery setting in a minute. Once this later. Oh, I tell you, when I seen the 2 plugs down there, I was hoping it could plug into the... Didn't have to have a good look at it because the last one I bought, you know, the biggest changes since then. I was hoping I could just plug, I heard Wi-Fi, but there's 2 plugs there. One of them will be for the computer, but no. Shocking, eh? And it could have been. Like the games could be 4-player, but they rather go, yeah, it's 4-player, but now you need 4 systems to play 4-player. Now you need the internet too. Oh, now you're going to need some more TVs and buy the game again. Fucking cunts. And then they all do it. There's not one company or hardly any of the companies go, I wouldn't do it because they worship money. They don't worship honour for you. They worship money. Simple as that. So let's go back. Once it's loaded, I'll notice it goes a bit quicker there. And change this to that, which I've done already before, and it does it now. Right? But even though it does it, like I just told you, I've changed things before. Right? Now that's what I used to have it on the old one. I've got to now look up all these are rocket science shit. The old one only had about 3 settings, I think it was. And this one allowed to choose, when you choose it, some other things you can change. How much power you wanted to give it or something like that. Huh? They don't even have lithium. Mine's lithium. What does lithium mean here? We know those batteries. Huh? Could be rocket science stuff. They'll look a lot of things up. And that's what I've got to go through now because they said one thing on one lot of systems. Now I've got to learn another one, which is another annoying. Pass the buck. You know, it's meant to be quick for us people. Do you want to beat other products to do this? But it's not about that anymore. They're all joined up to each other. And go, look, so we do this, if you do it, you're going to get more money. And if they hear more money, what does that mean? Fuck yeah, they're going to do it. That's what it means. So anyway, I can fuck around with this all day. I pretty much told you, explain what's going on with this thing. You can change them, goes back, change it. Just habitual time waster. Piece of shit to me. Waste of more money. In fact, I even had and talked to people about getting this Wi-Fi device is probably going to be a waste of more money because that's what they're best at. Now, what's going to happen when I tell these people, well, what laws have we got or rights have we got now that I've been fucked over like that? So it was you. What rights have we got now to get our money back? How often should we have to do that? Why should we have to do that? Huh? Shocking, isn't it? Now we're in a world that we're buying all the time. We've got to send products back. So if you keep buying on the internet, it's worse than buying shit up the street. At least if we bought shit up the street, we didn't see, we didn't know, we didn't have, right? And then we brought what we knew was around us and we can go speak to the people about it. Now we get this shit, everything's internet. Sad. I think it's getting quite sad. Call me old school, but I don't like it. Right, Pauline Nance? Right? The only cool thing is the cool picture that you can get on a computer, but it's on your phone. I don't like it. You let me know what I just told you if you like these things. Now, when it comes to apps and they're for the regular people, they should be automatic. Like type in your battery, lithium, what it is, how many amp, right? Boop, boop. It should be asking those things. Right? What the standard person knows. Don't need all the rocket science bullshit. I can just tell you what I know now. How many batteries you got hooked up? Fucking 8. Are they 24 watt, 36 watt? They're that. You know what I mean, people? Boom, 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 hoo, ha, ee. None of this BB, coo, coo, hoo, equalizing, moo, moo, moo. That shit should be automatic like in the settings of the amplifier, don't you think? Like going disco mode. Isn't that right, Emma? Yeah. Because what's all these cool apps all about? They're not getting cooler like that. They're going backwards where that had that setting. Now I'm going to get rid of that disco setting, Emma. And now you're going to have mono, which is all basic. Everything sounds the same. And you're going to have to play with the amp now and just those little things up and down. Do you believe it sounds right with how loud the music background should be and all that? Emma's like, huh? That's what they're doing right here. All right? So it's cool to have the extra features, but where's the original features? You know what I mean? You can have the extra. Okay, here's the automatic, like the disco. And if you want an equalizer and balance it yourself, there's the extra ones. You know what I mean? Huh? But they don't. Sad. So what I'm about to do is I've got to have to send this back, probably lose a little money, get money back, waste a month or two, And when you're poor, you got to wait for the money back again, or you got to go make another deal or loan. It's a joke. Adds up. Inflation, I like to call it. All adds up to inflation. The world's already fucked. It's amazing that they've gotten this far before they even want to try to do anything because they've been patching for so long. They already knew this was coming, but they go, we'll go for a holiday. We'll sort it out next time. Maybe it might be the next dude. Shit, I'm in again. Well, fuck, I'll go for a holiday. Right? Anyway, have a good one. We'll see you later.